Vegetable, 35% protein. On the high end, you got spinach, it's 51% protein. Your average whole intact grain, 14% protein. On the high end, you got like quinoa, it's 18% protein, and rye. Your average fruit is 6.5% protein. Potatoes are 10% protein. Brown rice is 10% protein. We only need between 5 to 10% of our calories coming from protein. Anything more than that, we either pee it out or we store it as fat. It's the one macronutrient, protein, that we cannot store. Who knew? Can we store fat, you guys?
Oh yeah.
We're world class. We are like world class gold medalists when it comes to storing fat. Can we store carbohydrates?
In a way.
Absolutely we can, right? In our muscles and our blood is glycogen and glucose. It's really hard for our bodies to convert carbohydrates into fat, but occasionally we do it if we're like really overdoing it. But as long as you're doing whole plant-based foods, you're fine. And then protein. You can't store anything over 10%. So all these people that are trying to build muscles, that think they need more protein, that are doing, all these muscle milk, shakes, they're doing powders, they're doing, bars, they're shampooing their hair because it says, enriched with protein because they think they need more protein. They're doing this Greek yogurt because it says 0 fat, twice the amount of protein. A little aside note here, the protein in dairy products is called casein, and it is the #1 tumor and cancer promoter in the American diet. So you guys run for the hills. Run for the hills and don't look back when you see any kind of a Greek yogurt, any kind of an animal-based yogurt. Not good. So, protein. Are we clear on protein?
Yes.
Anybody worried about where you're getting your protein from?
Nope.
You could eat just strawberries and you get all the protein you need. I'm going to actually beat this to death a little bit. So, I was giving a talk in Florida the other week, and there were a bunch of firefighters that were standing there. And the guy in the middle was wearing a white shirt, which meant that he was the captain, the fire captain. So I said, "Hey, Captain." I go, "How long you been with the fire department?" He said, 10 years. I said, "Are you guys also like paramedics or EMTs?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm also a paramedic." I said, "What percentage of your call volume as firefighters are medical calls?" He said, "Close to 90%. I said, "Exactly." So over the last 10 years, with 90% of your call volume being medical emergencies. Hey, Lori, is there any way I get some water?
Almond milk.
What?
Almond milk.
Yeah, almond milk's not going to cut it right now. Okay. With 90% of your call volume being medical emergencies, how many calls have you made in the last 10 years for people that have been basically brought to their knees and have to go to the hospital because of protein deficiency? He said, none. And I said, exactly. Can you open that for me? And then I said, so, do you know what the medical term is for protein deficiency? And he said, I have no clue. And I said, exactly, and that's because it's the boogeyman in this country. It doesn't exist. And if it did exist, like with 50% of the population, every one of us would know what the medical term for it is. But we don't. It's kwashiorkor. And we, as long as you're consuming enough calories, you're getting all the protein you need. So let's put that baby to rest, all right? Are we clear?
Yes.
You guys are getting the hang of it. I like it. All right. So pillar number 6 is why we want to limit salt, sugar, and fat. For the most part, and a lot of us don't want to admit it, but we are either highly addicted or lowly addicted to salt, sugar, and fat. And all these things are appetite stimulants, so they make us want to eat more. And Big Food has intentionally put salt on top of